We are live. What is up? Woo! Sunday. What's going on? It's your boy Kevin Yee. Looks like my stream quality is sucking ass right now because because my connection is not that great. Damn, that sucks. But if you don't know what I've been up to, I've actually been really busy. I'm literally uploading about, let me count. As I'm talking, I'm literally uploading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost like 20 videos to my channel right now because I've been really behind, man. I feel kind of bad. Like, honestly, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the like. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. But I've been feeling really bad with my content, man, because I haven't really been uploading, but it's been for a really good reason. One of the things that I've been really kind of struggling with recently is kind of letting go of my channel. Not as in like not doing shit on my channel, but it's really about kind of being able to outsource it. I noticed that's one of my huge problems, right? It's like part of it might be ego, where it's just like, man, I know I can do it. If I don't outsource, then it's just like, it means I'm not good enough, which I know isn't true, but that's kind of like the internal dialogue I'm going through right now. Part of it is, man, just like kind of realizing that I don't have control over everything. And maybe that is a huge problem for myself, right? It's really crazy. The more I get deeper into business, the more I realize ego has such a huge role, and I always gotta keep it in check, right? I always gotta humble myself. And thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. Really, like, seriously, I love it, man. I'm so grateful every single day. I got true homies, true fans in here, man. Oh, another one. Yes, that's awesome, man. I'm not sure if you guys can see the thumbs up, but on my end, like the software I use, that's what I'm using right now. So really, so today was pretty crazy. I had a YouTube meeting with I met him through High Ticket Closer, but he is trying to manage my channel right now. So I'm obviously in charge of it, but I'm really trying my best to kind of let go. Earlier today, I did a interview with RX Comedy. So if you're in the pharmacy world, stay tuned for that. It's pretty cool. Just kind of chatted with him, kind of short interview, maybe about 30 minutes, about his journey and stuff. Wasn't a really long one, but I think sometimes, like with content, you just gotta go based on feel, man. It just felt like it was crazy because our conversation off camera was like killing it, but you know, I just thought the content had to end at that point. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a lot of my I have like a bunch of entrepreneurs coming on my channel too that I've been reaching out to. Really cool. So if you hate pharmacy and you want, or maybe not even hate pharmacy, looking for alternative, gonna be inviting some more people on my thing. And yeah, man, like just really excited just to kind of be in the grind of content creation again. And I think like a huge inspiration for me was actually kind of like maybe being in Dan Locke's YouTube course. That helped a lot. Just being around content creators, just seeing my numbers go up every single week, even though I don't really do that much. But knowing that I created really kick-ass content, people love it, and I'm just so grateful for it, man. Because it could have went the opposite way too. Like, I know I put in a lot of work on my YouTube channel, but at the end of the day, like, it could have gone the other way where I put in a lot of work and nothing happened, and that would fucking suck. That would suck a lot. But yeah. Kind of curious who's in here. The people who gave me a thumbs up. Do you guys have any questions for me? It's really a time for where we can just mud a bonding time. Otherwise, I'm going to just shoot the shit. I do have really cool series on the way. I have something called Hustler's Library where I start reviewing books. So yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while because there's so many great books out here. I feel like I have a pretty big book collection that I really. And I've read a lot of good books. I read a lot of shit books. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting seeing what books I pull off my shelf. If you guys want me to review a certain book, let me know too, man. So just kind of updating you on my life. Right now it's the 24th today. So last week was my birthday. I'm not sure if I can't even remember if I did a birthday stream or something like that. I was just really, really tired that whole week. And I think that's one of the reasons why I realized that I cannot continue doing my YouTube channel by myself, just because like, what did people say? Like, I forgot who said this, but I wish I could give him credit, but I think it was Scott Alsford. He was saying the first person that you should fire is yourself. And that is totally true when it comes to like YouTube or entrepreneurship or anything like that, because a system is not a system based off of one person. Like in the stock market, you would not just put all your money on just one stock and hope for it to blow up. Same goes with business, right? You need a whole entire system or systematic approach to do really well. And at this point, it's literally just me. Like, I was literally the one who's editing videos, shooting the videos, coming up with the concepts. It's a lot of work on YouTube. If you don't know the YouTube grind, it's brutal sometimes, man. So yeah. Cool pharmacy news too. I got my new license in the mail. So pretty doesn't really matter to me. It's not like I'm really practicing pharmacy anyways, but I am a pharmacy mentee, man, or mentor. Yeah, pharmacy mentor. And that has been going really well too. I've been just teaching my mentor, my mentee, how to just network, and he's getting a lot of great results from it. And it's kind of cool just meeting him in person, because we've known each other for a while, but we never met in person. So we met like maybe a few weeks back. Met up with some people that I saw back at in Vancouver at Dan Locke's event recently, actually last week. Yeah, I met with some people, like, and they're really doing well on ClickFunnels and all that. Just really trying to elevate everyone around me. And man, it's just been really kind of little like, and there's has been bad shit that not bad shit, but kind of like stuff like recently I kind of not lost a client, but the marketing wasn't good, so we're not working with them anymore. But new opportunities come, like some opportunities don't. And I think the longer I go into entrepreneurship in like this realm, the more I realize is just like, I remember like when I first started, I really have high highs and low lows, but now it's kind of been pretty steady. I don't get too attached on one type of thing. It's kind of like dating, where like, the first girl you ever like get, or like the first girl that ever likes you is like the first girl that ever likes you, like you get so attached and all that sort of stuff, but over time you just develop this patience and non-neediness, which is awesome. Patrick Morty says, how's Jenny doing with her pharmacy? She's actually doing pretty well with her pharmacy. I saw her on my birthday. She's a really great friend. She wanted to be on the podcast, so I'm going to send her a link later and see if she can book a time. Maybe I'll shoot it inside her pharmacy. Who fucking knows? But she's doing pretty well, man. It's kind of like growing pains, right? It's a new business. She's spending a lot of time in her business, and it's kind of like she has the choice whether to continue like a solopreneur versus scaling up. So I think she's doing really great in her pharmacy, man. A lot of pharmacies, like, yeah, I think she's doing really well. And the smart thing about Jenny is that she does a lot of specialty. She does specialty. It's not just like a regular retail pharmacy where you're filling like drugs like hydrochlorothiazide and shit. It's really it's more specialty. So yeah, man, I'll have her come on the channel and we can talk. But I really want to start getting more people on my channel and just like having more casual conversations. Noah, my boy, what's going on, man? He says, I still can't believe how much dating mirrors business. It's the same thing, man. Self-confidence, right? Like, okay, so even getting your first client is the same way, man. It's like how you present yourself, how you position yourself, your self-confidence, the subtle nuances that you give off when you speak to someone. You know if somebody's like new, or you know somebody if there's totally new to dating versus they've dated a lot. And I think like when you first start, you usually get one-itis, right? You're like, this is the only way, this is the only way. And in reality, there's so many different ways. Like there's so many like you don't get attracted to that one-itis, right? You stay a lot more open and stuff. So I think dating and business are like one and the same, man. It's just a different facet of life, right? Just like fitness and all that sort of stuff. All those things in our lives, that's exactly how we carry it to business, right? Or how we can potentially do it. Sometimes like people, there's like disconnects, right? So I would say like, yes, my business like confidence has gone up a lot. Just the way I talk to different businesses and talk to different people, it's definitely changed a lot, right? But I would say even dating, like still like I'm not like a pickup artist or anything like that. And I'm not a pickup artist or anything like that, but you know, I guess like like I wouldn't say I'm as confident when it comes to dating compared to business or compared to like my self development, man. And those are areas that I'm always trying to work on. You're never perfect at every single area of your life, right? As much as like, and I think it's very important to really emphasize that as much as it seems on the surface that somebody has their shit together, really, they're people you wouldn't believe behind the scenes how people actually are and how actually hard things can actually be, and how like even my life, I feel like it's falling apart sometimes. Other times I feel like, hey, I'm doing really well. And that's just like, I don't think really too many people talk about the ebbs and flows of life when it comes to this stuff, you know? It doesn't come very intuitive to a lot of people. So, yeah, like like I definitely know in this like online world, everybody wants to portray like everything is going really, really well. But like I said, things happen, right? And for example, like I said earlier, one of my clients, it didn't work out because of the marketing, right? And this is the one thing that no one tells you about high ticket closing, that it's really hard. And what is the hard thing about it? It's so contingent on the marketing. It's not even crazy. You could be the best closer in the world, but if the marketing sucks and you don't get any leads, it does not matter. So it's just a very interesting world. Pretty like it's very interesting, you know, and that's why I put so much effort into like doing marketing, becoming my own influencer and stuff like that, hiring myself as an own client. Yeah, man, like I'm so excited seeing my future in seeing what happens in the future for me, man. Not even like, I'm not even talking about like, oh, 10 years in the future. I'm talking about like even within the next few months, see what happens, see what grows. Because even right now, like one of the people I was talking to, I haven't seen them in a long time. They're like, wow, you've really changed a lot. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like in a good way or a bad way, because no. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, you don't swear as much as you used to and stuff. And I just think that's just part of getting older, bro. Noah says closing can't carry marketing. It's true. Like, and that's where business owners go wrong a lot of time. Is just like they rely on outbound they don't know the difference between appointment setting and closing, right? Very different skill set. And it's very different service, very different pay structure too. You can't like with cold calling and stuff, that's pretty intensive. I keep in mind, I'm not the expert at cold calling. That's not my thing. But I think honestly, the best salesman, it doesn't matter how good your salesman is. Guess what? People get sick. And guess what? What will always be there? Automation, marketing. If you have the right marketer who can build those assets for you, it's like building a house, then you're set for life, right? Those things will continue working for you even while you sleep. And that's why I'm saying like in this 2019, it's so important to just have like systems and automated systems too, right? Damn. So somebody's asking about Jordan Peterson. He's pretty cool. Like I have his books his book 12 steps, sorry, what is it? 12 rules for life, sorry. Um he's cool. I know he's like big on carnivore diet. I just watch him on Joe Rogan. Like I agree. I think like okay, so if you want me to dissect, like hold on for a second, let me grab the book. So I have Jordan Peterson's book here, 12 Rules for Life. But I think one of the reasons why this book did so well is because he just gives direction for people in in a world that is kind of chaotic right now, right? There's so much uncertainty. How's the job market's gonna go? And there's not a lot of men out there, like true men, like alpha men. Like, so I'm not saying like red pill shit, but there's not enough real men out there who don't take excuses, who don't accept victim mentality. One of the people that I look up to is actually Jocko Willink. He's a great example of a real man. Like he takes full accountability for everything and all that. I love it. And he takes extreme ownership. He made that term very, very popular. So he is very like I look up to Jocko a lot. So he's one of the people that I respect so much, and he does jujitsu. How can you not like him? And I see like men like my friend Tom Nguyen, like his YouTube channel Lessons Unlocked, right? Know him very personally. He is a real man. He takes care of everyone around him. True go-giver. He's the person I want to be in the future. But even like with Jordan Peterson, I mean, he has basically, if you don't know what it is, it's his 12 rules for life. I haven't finished reading this book, by the way. But first one is stand up straight with your shoulders back. I need to do that more. Treat yourself like you are responsible for helping. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not to someone who else is today. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Rule number 8, tell the truth or at least don't lie. Rule number 9, assume that the person you're listening to might know something you don't. Rule 10, be precise in your speech. Rule 11, do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Rule 12, pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. So you realize all those things, especially the earlier things, it has a no victim mentality, which I like a lot. So very big fan of Jordan Peterson. But I wouldn't say like I know everything about him. I haven't even finished reading his book. I just listen to him on Joe Rogan for the most part. But I got finished reading that. Dude, there's 10 people in here. Great. Will you follow the QLA method? I religiously watch QLA all the time. I have your first 100. I read that not every morning. It's been a while since I read it, but whenever I need to pick me up in life, I highly suggest reading it. If you want to be an alpha man, read that shit. Yeah. For those 5 people who haven't disliked or liked my video, make sure to click thumbs up or thumbs down. Don't care. Make sure to hit the bell button so you stay updated to all my videos. Because if I don't plug it, then YouTube will never like share my shit. So I gotta make sure that I take the extra effort and take extreme ownership of my channel and make sure it goes out to the masses, guys. So it really helps my channel. But yeah, man, I love QLA. I watched the early QLAs with Dan Locks on his channel. World's always been shit hard, and screw the snowflakes. Real men still exist, bro. Yeah, definitely. Like, dude, I definitely have to say, like, the OG generation, hella hardcore, man. Like, those are true men. True men do exist, right? But it seems like, I don't know, most men I talk to or most men I encounter out in the public, maybe not in my inner circle, definitely not in my inner circle, right? But most men I talk to are not real men, right? Like I'll tell you this. I went to a club maybe 2 months ago. It wasn't the last time I went, but I went for like this person's birthday. I can't remember whose birthday. Maybe it was Thirsty Sylvia or something like that. But she hates it when I call her that. But maybe it was my friend Sylvia's birthday or something like that. And I remember we were at this place called Arena. And at the like while we were walking onto the dance floor, I was with my the girl I'm dating, right? And we go up on the dance floor and stuff, and then she cuts in front of me. This guy, this boy, fucking gets angry. I don't know why. Maybe he got shoved, but he literally puts two hands and fucking bench presses her and like pushes her. It was hard. I step in. I'm like, the fuck? What the fuck is your problem? She is so much smaller than you. What kind of fucking man are you? Fucking back down immediately. Right? But it's like school and all these things like teach you to beta. Like that wouldn't happen. That probably would have happened like maybe a few years ago for me. Right? But recently, especially if you indoctrinate yourself with Dan Pena and just like with other men, true men who stand up and do not give a fuck what the world is saying. I'm not trying to start a fight. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to start a fight. I get all my aggression out in jiu-jitsu and fighting already. But what kind of man does that? Like, dude, unless unless it's lethal or they're like really trying to fuck you up. That's why you do jiu-jitsu. You put them fucking sleep. Sink in the triangle and stuff. But no, seriously, on a serious note, why would a guy like that want to push women? You know, that's kind of fucked. You know, I don't think that's a real man right there, man. And and here's the truth, man. Like, for me, I'm not a very confrontational guy. I'm not the type of guy that will start a fight. But I don't like that shit, man. And I make myself very apparent because when not a lot of people see me pissed, but when the girl, she's like, holy fuck, I've never seen you so angry. And she's like, yeah, because it's really fucked up. She probably thought it was hot and shit, but whatever. Yeah, man. I'm stuck at choosing the industry. Yeah, man. I forget his step by step, man. I can't remember, but dude, just go by Dan Locke, man. Choose a high income skill and just go down like that. I know you personally messaged me, man, but just pick one high income skill and just run with it, man. I like marketing. I like closing. You just gotta find your style, man. Sometimes like, I think like for emeralds and stuff, like FBA works really well. Those are great. Cool. How many? Dude, 12 people in here. This is great, man. 5 people engaged, man. Rip Crystal. Yo, ripped is really funny. Type in all caps, just like fucking Dan Pena, bro. Elon Musk, no opinion. See, here's the thing. I don't really follow a lot of these entrepreneurs and stuff, honestly. Like, I'm just stuck in my own lane, staying in my own lane. It's okay. So you go through things like, you go through different stages, right? So when you first start out, I encourage you, date a lot. Like, look at different business model. Be very curious about things, right? But when you find something that kind of resonates with your personality, that you can see yourself maybe doing in maybe not 10 years, but the next 5 at least, right? Run with it, right? Don't get shiny object syndrome. Don't keep on looking for the newest shit, because I'll be real with you guys. There is no magic pill out there. As much as, hey, okay, so here's the irony about entrepreneurship, right? Everybody will pitch a magic pill, but the truth is there is no magic pill. Isn't that? But you will never buy unless they pitch it as a magic pill, right? That's the truth, guys. That's the truth about marketing. A lot of marketing tactics and stuff. I don't think it's bad. I think it's great for motivating action, actually, right? You have to. It's really about focusing on what people want the most. Sure, do certain programs not work? Like, I'm not only talking about Dan Locks. I'm talking about like programs in general. There's a lot of programs that don't work, but there are tons of programs that do, right? And if it wasn't for those marketing tactics, they would never got in the door, right? So it's kind of like a love-hate type of thing that I have with marketing. That's why I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of that type of marketing, but I'm a fan of authentic marketing, man. Like that is my thing. I'm 43, bro. Young men nowadays make me laugh because they're worse than girls. Good show, by the way. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm not. It's really funny, man. I wouldn't even consider myself like super alpha. I challenge myself every single day to be my best, and that's all you can really be. I don't think you should like focus, am I being alpha right now or not? Just be your best self. But if you indoctrinate yourself with men that you want to be like, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to get closer there by far. Like even like me, just listen to Dan Pena. Okay. And here's the thing. I'm not like a Dan Pena guy. That's not my, like, I don't know if I really want to be like Dan, but I think that's a problem these days, man. Like a lot of time, like it's the echo chambers, man. People just want to just hear what they want to hear, and they never look at the other side. Why do you think my videos on pharmacy are so polarizing? Is because when I say don't do pharmacy, they just look at it at surface level. And if they do realize, oh shit, maybe pharmacy was a bad decision for me, then they're just like, oh fuck, I wasted these last 10, 15 years in pharmacy in a career that I don't like. The truth is just like, that's the truth, man. Like, I don't know. I could go on for it forever, but thank you, man. Appreciate boiled eggs and soldiers. What about getting a six-pack? I'll tell you this. Don't take advice from me because I've never gotten a six-pack in my life. So this is a really important lesson, guys. Only take advice with people that have the results, right? And even though Ripped Crestall has kind of like troll-like comments, I like it. Thanks for the questions, man. It keeps my show going, bro. I love it. But yeah, don't take my advice about getting like a six-pack, honestly. Like that is not my thing. I don't like I don't have that like that in my life. I don't have that. Not, I wouldn't say discipline, but for me, like I know some of like my weaknesses are probably in execution, man. As much as I try, as hard as I work, sometimes it doesn't work out. And setting up really great systems, like if you want to learn anything new, there's 3 things that you need to learn. Skill, so that how to do so like what to do, that's a skill. Accountability, making sure that you actually do what you do, and mentorship, how you do it, right? Because there's going to be growing pains. It's going to be fucking hard to learn a new skill, especially as you get older. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. You need someone there who's more experienced, who has been there for you to learn. So this is not only a lesson on fitness, it's a lesson on life. Why do you think I have a jiu-jitsu coach? You know, I'm very lucky to have a great jiu-jitsu coach who competed in EBI and on an invitational. Patrick Donabedian, he's a great guy, dude. Like, love him, man. So yeah, just like find people who are better than you. There's one person, like, that's why Tom, like there's a guy named Tom, like Lessons Unlocked, his YouTube channel. Really great guy. I look up to him in every single way, honestly, like, because he's so great at positioning. He's so composed. He's so good at finding win-win situations. Like, it has me, like, I'm like, I would say maybe a blue belt. Okay, I'm not a noob, right? Or maybe even like a purple belt. He's like a black belt or like brown belt, I guess, you know? Because he has so much business acumen over the years, man. Really, really important, right? Noah says, I should have dated more. Well, no, it's not too late to date. I think you should really go out your what's that called? Your comfort zone and date more. There's nothing stopping you. That's just mindset. And if you're like, oh, I don't have enough time, then yeah, I should take my own advice. If you don't have enough time, like if you cared about it, make more time. And maybe that's the thing that you actually need to do the most, right? So Noah, never too late to date. I know you're a really, really hard worker, bro. But maybe you should make some time. Why not? You're in LA, bro. Like, plenty of women out here. Just start dating. Who knows? Nothing serious. You're just taking a look. Yeah, I think like one of the ways to get not nervous around women is to be around more women. But you should spend some man time, and that's what we do a lot when we actually meet up. So that's awesome. There's no secret pill. There's no magic pill, and there's no secret. Yeah, that is so true. There is no magic pill, and there is no secret to any single program, right? Um, yeah, and I think that's really important. And when I buy, and so this goes the same way when I'm selling. When I'm selling versus like buying, like if I'm closing somebody on the phone, or whether I'm buying something, a program or something, or mentorship or something that's going to teach me something, I try to consider the three things that I talked to you about earlier, right? The skills. Will it act? Do I trust this person? Do I trust this person to give me the skills? Do I trust like I look at the skills, mentorship, and accountability, but I also have to ask myself, hey, do I trust this person I'm actually talking to about this course? Do I trust that person that's right in front of me? Right? Do I trust the brand, and do I trust the product? Right? Same thing. Same thing like when when I close a call, but I go through that myself. And I'm asking, think about it like a car, right? You could love, let's say you like, I don't know, you're Dan Locke, right? You like Bentleys, right? You could love the Bentley brand. You could love, I don't know any Bentley models, but you could love that Bentley model that you've been eyeing it for years. It's been on your vision board for 5+ years, man. But the person you're talking to, fucking douchebag, like shit ass person, probably tries to hit on your wife in front of you. So you're like, fuck you. Would you buy from that person? Fuck no. Right? Let's reverse it. Really great person. Really great person, but the product is shit. The brand is shit. Maybe it's like can't think of a really shitty car company, man. I can't think of one, but you get the picture, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I always consider those things when I'm actually buying things as well, right? I put them as magic pills and secret, even though not part of copywriting though. Yeah, it's part of great copywriting, man. You give what people want. Let's see. What advice do you have for 18-year-olds? Don't know. How many girls do you pick until now? Did you get a 10 out of 10 girl? Wow, these are really funny comments, bro. I don't think, like, I'll be honest with you guys. I think like those metrics, man, 10 out of 10 and all that shit. It's just like, I'm not saying it like, dude, it is so one dimensional. That is so basic, man. There's so many different parts of people's personalities and shit. But I have dated some pretty fucking good looking girls, man. Like club promoters and stuff like that. That was pretty cool back when I was younger. But honestly, I haven't done that much dating compared to like my friends and stuff. I think for a long time I was avoiding different like relationships and commitments, and even like, dude, even when you get a pregnancy scare, man, that shit is scary as fuck. Like, wrap that shit up, bro. Like, no lie. Jared says, I graduated with a biology degree in 2015. I work for a toxicology lab, considering completing a PharmD program at MCPHS. Wow. My old school, bro. I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of hard for me to recommend anything if I don't really know your circumstances. Like, help me understand. Why exactly are you into pharmacy? What kind of trouble are you running into? Because I feel like if you truly wanted to do it, you would have just applied to accelerated PharmD by now. So I feel like there might be something deeper, right, Jared? Like, it's kind of hard for me to understand your situation. Like, yeah, I guess like if you worked in a toxicology lab, that sounds really good. You could definitely go to a pharmacy school like that, bro. There's nothing stopping you, man. So if you want, give me some more context and I'll help you out. All right. Ever faced racism? Oh my God. Who hasn't, man? Like, for me, definitely have faced racism in the past, especially in the pharmacy too. Because you deal with so many different people. Some people just don't like you because they just assume that you don't speak English, even though I probably speak better fucking English than they do. um yeah, it's just very interesting, man. Like I've had those patients, and but you gotta realize too, being Asian, it's a different type of racism. It's not like a overt like, hey, you're black, fuck you. No, it's not like that. We have a different type of racism where we're like often, it's like, especially Asian males, man, like people don't fucking take us seriously as shit, or like as a whole, I guess. I don't believe that shit because I believe that, hey, at the end of the day, you are like individual choice and individual decisions make you. But there are some people that you encounter that make ching chong jokes and all that sort of shit. Doesn't bother me, honestly, because it makes them sound really stupid, honestly. I don't know. But racism happens, and it's just like a lot of time with Asians too, it's kind of like you're just being held to these certain standards, right? If that makes sense. Like, you're supposed to be really good at math, you're supposed to be this and that. We have a lot of positive stereotypes, but no one ever really sees that the other side where your people actually expect that shit from you, like where you're really good. And that gets really, really tough, man. Like, especially back in high school, that happened to me a lot, as I grew up older and older, not so much. Even the small dick big dick joke, like, doesn't even fucking, I don't know, man. Like, it's just like, yeah. And I remember even back in high school, like there would be like these white kids too that would make fun of us and shit. I didn't give a fuck, like, dude, stop. Like, you don't like me, come at me, right? That's it, you know talk. Like, people fucking talk all the time, and it goes same with business, goes the same with everything, man. People love talking. And sometimes, guess what, I'm not perfect either. Sometimes that happens to me where I say I really want to do something, but when a push comes to shove, when you have to open up your wallet or actually do something fucking hard, will you do it? I don't know, right? So that's one thing that I realized that people love doing. They love, when I go on closing calls, people love dreaming, but they don't like putting action. That's the difference between a child and a man, right? Like, if you're talking about masculinity, that's the difference, because people can't fucking trust what you say if you don't preach what you do, or your actions don't align with your words. No one's perfect, right? Guarantee you, even Dan Pena, he's not perfect either, but guaranteed he has a higher percentage of saying what he does with his actions, So uh racism is everywhere, but success defeat all odds. Just take a look at, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of racist jokes, like people call him Psy and shit, like, but honestly, it's just a projection, man. Because here's the thing, people will blame, like, it happens to even within the Asian community, where like a lot of Asians will just blame like white people for stealing their women and shit, like, that's victim mentality, bro. Like, you can't control what other people like, and it has nothing to do with you, man. I used to be one of those Asians too, man, where you get really upset and you just feel like the odds are against you, and people like just shit on Asian people and whatnot. But the truth is like, you, even that is true, you have no control over that. Just focus on yourself, focus on becoming the best kick-ass person you can be, not just like an Asian person or like an Asian like move. Like, I hate it when people are like, hey, that was a really great Asian movie. No, like, dude, we should be striving to be a fucking good movie in general, beyond race. And if you're limiting to yourself, but if you're limiting yourself within those like in those boundaries of being an Asian, XYZ, whatever label you want, then it's kind of like, dude, you're setting yourself back, but that's kind of racist too, man. So I don't know. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Moses Belza, hey Kevin, what's up? Kevin, typo guy, won't talk about sex if he hasn't tried. Blah blah blah. Do you consider yourself an extreme pearl? I would say I have very pearl like tendencies, and that's from my mom. I think by nature I'm actually very like sapphire. Actually, I just in general like I'm pretty sapphire, but I feel like recently I've been more and more like toward the middle, especially recently. Like when I run a business, you have to be somewhat. You can't be a business and just be all pearl, right? One of the things, if you guys are high ticket closers or you guys are in marketing, you know that there's this huge spiritual like community where they're like, man, I just want to enhance people's life and all that, and help people grow like spiritually and all that. The truth is, I'll use the expression that Gary Vee uses, dirt and clouds, right? You're way too up in the clouds at that point. The problem with being the esoteric is very important for any program. Like you cannot have true development without that. But the problem is if you market it like that without the concrete, the tangibles, right? Then guess what? It's not clear what you're getting. And guess what? When things aren't clear, you're not going to fucking buy, right? You know, it's kind of like if you're, let's see, let me think of a good point. Maybe if like, hey, if you're driving, if I'm trying to sell a, let's see. Oh yeah, let's pretend I'm a matchmaker. It's kind of like, hey, do you want this human being? Could be a guy or girl, you know, but they're really great. Really, are you gonna date that person just on a whim, especially if you don't know they're a guy or girl? What happens if I was like, hey, I actually have a really hot pharmacist friend. You guys would really get well because you guys both like fucking Dragon Ball Z, right? Would you like to meet her? More that clarity, you can imagine it. You can imagine yourself in those shoes. They can actually like they can envision themselves, right? And so yeah, I don't even know where I got into that, but I would say like it. Oh yeah, it's the pearl question. I would say like recently I've just been more toward the middle, more like Ruby after watching a lot of Dan Pena, and more Ruby because of my influences around me. Because I realize if I want to be really successful, I need to be more Ruby and all that as well. But great question, man. Jared says went to URI, was attending a Go dental school. Worked in dentistry for 2 years after grad, but it was extremely high stress. Pharmacy seemed like a better work-life balance. In your experience, did you have autonomy in your career as a pharmacist? I think you're doing the right thing. You're asking pharmacists. I would actually disagree, depending on what part of pharmacy fields that you are working on. Like, and make sure to stay tuned to my channel because I'm actually bringing on more and more pharmacy guests to talk about their experiences within pharmacy. I'm going to go beyond just the hospital and retail community settings, by the way. But at least in community setting, what I can talk about, it's not that great of a work-life balance, man. Sure, you don't have to be on call, but at the same time, yeah, be prepared to work most holidays. At least for me, I was working 12-hour days, so can be kind of rough on the fam, bro. But if you work like 8 hours, maybe a little more manageable. But yeah, man, that's kind of like the life. I would say it's extremely high stress too. And if you don't know what it's like, go spend like a day in the pharmacy. Maybe tell the pharmacy manager, just be like, hey, you know, I'm just a student. I really want to learn more about pharmacy. I'm not going to go in your pharmacy, but do you mind if I just camp out and just see the day-to-day of a pharmacist? I really love to. They're going to be down for it. As long as you don't go in the pharmacy, that's so cool. That's totally fine, right? So, but as far as autonomy, sort of. I mean, it depends, right? Not. I don't think so, to be honest with you. So, yeah. No way. True that. These troll comments are pretty funny. Hey, are you good at math? Moses says, true that. Ripped Crystal. But you know what I like about Ripped? He actually asks questions that I can use as content, man, which is fucking awesome. No, I do not watch hentai. Hentai is not really my thing, bro. Like, dude, I really search. I keep my, like, when I do search the hub, um, keep it pretty limited to Asian, man, for the most part. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just love it, like love it, everything Asian, man. Um, yeah. So I guess oh, what else do I want to talk about, man? I feel like I've talked about so much. I talked about like this podcast or this, I don't know. So no, it's really interesting when you take off your headphones, it doesn't feel like a podcast, but as soon as you like put something on, like dude, it feels like I'm in like the Joe Rogan studio and I can actually like the idea is just keep on flowing and flowing and flowing over and over again, man. I'm kind of curious for you that's watching, like if I were to get more podcast guests on my channel, who would you want me to kind of invite onto my channel? Who would you want me to kind of talk to? I have a few, like I have a lot of great ideas of different people that I would love to have on, but yeah, man, I would just love to hear your thoughts about who you want me to kind of invite. So, oh, all right, cool. So why don't I just leave it? Let's see. Let's end the stream in like about a few more minutes. So if you have questions right now about like anything, just leave them. Start leaving them now because I'm going to be wrapping up pretty relatively soon. Fu says Elon Musk. Yeah, man. I'll have him smoke a blunt on my channel too, bro. Jordan Peterson. Oh, dude, those are A level. You know what I will do? I will have my team actually reach out to them and see what happens, right? One of my good, really, really good friends tried to invite Dan Pena, and he was so close to getting him. And I was like, fuck, I'll fly out there. I don't care. I want to go see Dan Pena. But he didn't end up coming through. So I was pretty sad about that. Spark Macdom has a serious question. Sure, just shoot it. What are greatest failures that led to your biggest success? I'll tell you this, getting fired from a pharmacy. Like I'm not even joking with you. Like getting fired from the pharmacy was probably one of the best things that ever happened to my life. Just because it's like those moments where everything is going wrong, where it forces you to grow the most, if that makes any sense, right? Yeah, like that was the biggest moment because all of a sudden I did not see myself as a pharmacist anymore, if that makes any sense, because I was going day in, day out as a pharmacist. And when you're in that environment, you just learn to tolerate it and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. We got a fucking troll. Cool, bro. Only because you said Joe Rogan. All right, cool, Spark. Get other closers, haha. Yeah, I actually do have some closer, like some of the people that are helping me reach out to these bigger and bigger influencers and stuff. Like I said, I realized earlier. Let me just block you. Wow. Okay. Cool. Get other closers, but on the real, I do have a outreach team that are getting more and more what's that called? Hold on for a second. Let me add one thing. I do have a lot of people kind of like reaching out to different influencers and stuff too. So have you watched Baki the Grappler? I have not. I know Chris Jones loves that series, man. But no, I'm straight up like DBZ and shit, you know. I'm a DBZ fan. So that is that I've always watched DBZ. I grew up on DBZ. And I think like I don't know. It's pretty interesting watching how DBZ has kind of Dragon Ball in general has just like grown so much. I think it's pretty popular right now at this point. So let me just go in here. Let's let's go to your channel and fucking block you. All right, block. Great. Cool. Awesome. And then delete all the shit. Okay, cool. We're good. Well, best DBZ character. I would say my favorite DBZ. You know what? Growing up, I really like Piccolo a lot. Piccolo was the shit, man. I love Piccolo was pretty cool back in the day. But man, Goku, Vegeta, bro. I like Vegeta, man, because he's so vengeful and stuff, and he's like the underdog. I always like that a lot. So I would say that would be my favorite character. Let me go back into my screen really quick. I had to, oh fuck, all these settings, bro. Let's open up my chat again. Hold on. All right. But definitely not Krillin, man. Krillin was pretty beta, bro. Well, I did a porn star. Why not? Did you break in high school? I did not. Like, you mean break dance? I didn't break dance in high school. Although I try to learn, I try to learn like turtles and all that sort of stuff, but not really my thing, bro. Like, I wasn't really a you like Goten? I was like actually a Vegito fan. Like when Vegeta and Goku, I think Vegeta and Goku like fused. That was one of my favorite things. Because he was a little kid like me. It's so funny. You are like a kid, bro. I always call, like, whenever I see you, I'm always like, you're a kid, bro. And I think that's the thing, right? When you're such a, like, dude, I meet so many kids these days that come up to me, like, especially in the HTC community or just personal, like through my email list, and they're just like, fuck, man, I don't know what I want to do with my life, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. And I'm just like, fuck, dude, you're a little kid. Like, just relax for a second, man. And I know it's very stressful in the moment. I've been there, but at the end of the day, like, everything will be okay. Just, you're meant to be lost. Like, I don't know, school, like, I think school really fucks people up with that, man. Like, school makes you want, like, I feel like the school pressure kind of makes you feel forced to have everything planned out like you do with your assignments. But in real life, it's okay to be lost. It's okay to take detours. It's okay to do different, like, do something that's unconventional. You know what I mean? So, let's see. Did you smoke pot? Nope. I am pretty freaking clean for, like, yeah, I'm clean. I've never done any drugs. I don't even drink, bro. So, nope. Mr. Whatever says, do you speak Chinese? Senpai, sensei, neko. I do speak a bit of Cantonese, man. I was actually just talking to someone today, and they're like, do you speak Cantonese? I was like, you know what? I was told when I was growing up I was pretty fluent, but then I lost it. And then I went back to Hong Kong. Wasn't super fluent, but like I knew some things here and there. And even right now, I'm not that fluent. So it's okay. I think sometimes, like, for me, like, I think it was a big insecurity when I was growing up. Even sometimes now, I wish I could speak a lot more. But I realized due to my, like, how I grew up, my environment and stuff. I mean, like, I grew up around a lot of Asians and a lot of Cantonese people, but yeah, man. It just never picked up for me. So it's all good, man. You learn other things, you focus on other things. Everybody else has their own gift, man. Anyways, guys, I think it is time. I'm gonna call it. It's almost 7 p.m. My dinner is like sitting out in the other room, by the way. He speaks via English too. Yeah, man. So funny. Do you watch yeah, but anyways, guys, like, honestly, great Sunday stream. Thank you so much for watching. Got a lot of content for you guys these next 2 weeks. I have, like, literally, I'm trying to edit these 14 videos, so I'll probably go back to editing my videos, and I will talk to you later. All right, take care, love you guys, peace.